Hey guys, welcome back to your channel. In this episode, I'm going to talk about appreciation is the most powerful vibration. So, I guess people instantly know that to appreciate someone is a good thing, but maybe you don't really know why is it. So today I'd like to talk about why appreciation is the most powerful form of vibration. I myself didn't really understand why appreciating someone is so important. And when I was in my 20s, I didn't really know why it's so important. So most of the time when at my work, when someone did something for me and I have to reply like thank you, in Japanese it's said arigatou gozaimasu, and I wasn't sure if I should just reply him or her only with thank you or arigatou gozaimasu, or I shouldn't send such emails because people get so many emails every day and maybe it's annoying for them to receive emails just with the word thank you. But now I have realized that how important appreciation is. So these days I always try to reply them even with the word thank you only, because also when I send the email of thank you, I really feel thankful for them for doing stuff for me or for sending emails for me. And then I think it's a very powerful action. So now I always try to send emails only when even though I only write thank you. And also I've been doing yoga for the past 7-8 years, and in the end of the yoga, we always thank ourselves and we bow to ourselves. In the beginning, I didn't really understand why you have to thank yourself, why you have to bow to yourself. But in recent years, I have realized how important it is to thank yourself as well. So today I'm going to share my thoughts on why thanking someone or thanking yourself is a very powerful action. So first of all, when we thank someone, in Japanese we call it arigato. Arigato literally means it's hard to exist. That's why it's precious. That's why you're thankful for things that other people have done to you. And that means it exists and you're admitting the existence of it. And by saying that, I think by saying thank you, we are admitting, we are appreciating the existence of something, and someone else and you are after all the same thing, as I talked about in the episode of oneness. So when you're thanking other people, you are also thanking yourself after all. That's why when you thank someone else, you appreciate the existence of someone or something which comes back to you, meaning you are appreciating your own existence by thanking someone else. And I think the happiness doesn't come from outside of you. It only can be generated from inside of us. And when you appreciate your existence, that's when you can feel happy. That means when you're thanking someone else, eventually you are feeling happy for yourself. That's what the logic it come up in my mind. And also when we have the feeling of appreciation, it is said that the feeling of appreciation has some high frequency and high vibrations. And the things of high frequencies can only resonate with other high frequencies. So the high frequencies are said to be the feeling of joy, feeling of happiness, those positive ones. So even though you don't really meant it, just by saying thank you, you can have the high vibrations, the high frequencies, which can resonate with higher frequencies. So even though you don't really feel thankful for something, just say thank you, and eventually it will become real feeling for you. This Japanese author called Kobayashi Seikan, maybe you haven't heard of it. Mr. Kobayashi also says that even it's important for you to say thank you so many times in a day, even though you don't really feel thankful. So just by saying thank you is such a powerful action. That's why I think everyone should say thank you a lot more than they are doing right now. And also, another thing I want to share with everyone is that the rule of universe is something like is the cause and effect rule. So when you are conscious of something, that will get materialized. If you're anxious about something, if you're sad about something, if you have a negative feeling about something, and something that make you anxious, something that make you depressed will come to you eventually, because what you have through, what kind of feeling you have expressed will eventually become your realities. So if you are throwing the vibration of appreciation to the universe will return to you something that you can be thankful of. That's why saying thank you is really such an important thing. And also, as I'm reading this book called Conversations with God, I'm reading book 3 right now, and in that book it also says something which I was so impressed, so I'm gonna share it with everyone. So when people tend to think, if I have something, like if I have money, if I have time, then I can do something, like I can do business, I can do something that I like, and then finally I can be happy, I can be something, I can be rich, I can be happy. So the order of being happiness is like when you have something and when you do something and when you be something. It's have, do, and be. But the book said it's actually the other way around. It's like actually you be happy in the beginning, or you be thankful, and then from there you do something with that feeling. You do your business with the feeling of appreciation. You do something with the feeling of happiness, and eventually you can have something that you want. You can have more money, you can have more resource, something like that. So it's the other way around. So the beginning state is really important. The be state is important. Whether you be happy or whether you be anxious, that will change the result so much. That's why don't we begin with the state of appreciation? Why don't we begin with the state of thankfulness? Because your feeling comes first and the reality will come later on. It's not that your reality comes first and your feeling will come later on. It's the other way around. So whenever we start doing something or we are living this life, what kind of feeling we're having is so important. So many people just don't notice this thing, and they don't take their feelings that seriously. But I have understood that what kind of feeling you are having every day towards other people or toward yourself is so important in doing anything or just in living in this life. That's why the feeling of appreciation or the word of appreciation has such powerful vibration. It's so powerful that it can eventually change your reality. And it's free for you to say thank you. It doesn't cost you any money. So why don't we just keep saying thank you to other people, to ourselves? And I think it's the most important for us to be able to say thank you to ourselves rather than to other people, because the happiness really comes from inside you. So if you can be thankful for yourself, then you can surely be thankful for other people. That's why in the end of every yoga practice, they say thank you to ourselves, because the yoga teaching knows that you are the only existence in this universe, and everything outside of you is just the reflection or the projection of your mind, of your state. So depending on what kind of state you are in, the world you see outside of you can be a totally different world. And that's why it's so important to say thank you to other people. And I have been also practicing this at my work, at my home. So these days, whenever people send me some evil emails attacking me and stuff, I don't really responding to those attacks, because I think it's worthless to have such anxious feeling or a feeling that will lower my vibrations. So even though they send me some emails saying some evil words to me, I always reply saying, thank you for your email. Thank you for your constructive advice. Thank you for something. And when I write these reply, I really mean it. I really write it with my feeling of appreciation to them for sending me the emails. And then it doesn't really go even worse anymore. They will just stop sending me such evil emails. So I think it really works. And also I think you have the feeling of appreciation, then even with someone who criticizes you, you will reply them with thank you, and these people will stop criticizing you. Please try it. I think it will work. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share in this episode. Just keep saying thank you to everyone, to every situation. Even you don't really think it in the beginning, eventually you will have the feeling itself. And the word of thank you or arigato, any word in any language has so much powerful vibrations. So keep saying it many, many times. Instead of saying sorry, let's just say thank you. And I also really appreciate those comments that you guys are giving me for this podcast. I'm running this podcast with my own money. I'm not getting money for it. I'm paying for it. And the motivation for me to continue this podcast is just the comments or the comments of appreciation from everyone. So I really appreciate your comments. You can give me comments on Twitter or on Instagram or to my Gmail. So thank you for listening. Bye bye.